Welcome to Oh Brother, a podcast where we try to figure it all out. With your hosts, Brandon and Collin. On this week's show, proselytizing the Airfryer. Ahoy!
Ahoy! You're right. You try that again? We're good.
Yeah, take it. Ahoy!
Ahoy! There we go.
Oh my gosh! Ugh,
Can't have an anemic intro. It's no good.
No. If you kind of come in swinging, otherwise you'll be something. I'm sure there's a saying there.
Dead in the water. I don't know.
No, I have no. Who could say? There's no possible way of knowing.
People in glass houses sink ships, right? I think that's how it works.
That's exactly. That's exactly how that works. Which is why you don't see very many glass houses sailing across the seas. That's how I know.
It's true.
Very, very little.
Listeners, that's a very deep cut bonus points if you know what movie that's from. Anyway, I
had the link in the show notes.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. It has been a week. It's been a week.
Yeah, it's been a little nuts. Even though I was only at school for 3 days of it, so that's fun, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, how's it been?
We're supposed to be off tomorrow anyway. Scheduled break. Monday, surprise 5 inches of snow.
Right.
Out of nowhere. So
it was so much snow.
It was a lot. It was real weird too. It was like warm, kind of warm. And then like Saturday, Sunday was like, it's kind of cold. Sunday night, snow everywhere. Like, what the heck? Surprise. Nothing like a good surprise 5 inches of snow. Right. It was pretty good. And luckily for me, right, it was like all like just bucketing down like right during, it's like kind of like, I don't know, 3 o'clock in the morning to like 10 o'clock in the morning. Right. So just right in the zone where going to school was not a good idea.
Yes.
But once they plowed the roads, it was like, oh, it's melting now. Like, haha.
Yeah. It was gone by like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock everywhere.
Ours stuck around.
Oh,
I mean, for the whole day.
Okay.
Because it was real overcast and cloudy here. But the next day, it started disappearing.
Sure.
There's still some patches around, like here and there, but not very big. After today, because today's pretty warm. But yeah, just long enough to not go to school, which is fine. Because by the time we took a walk in the afternoon, actually close to lunchtime, and the roads were already pretty good. Right. Still tons of snow, like in the woods and stuff, and on the grass and everything. So,
yes.
So those like the back county roads, just disastrous, probably. Because we're wet snow too, so it would have been like real slippy.
Oh yeah. I was getting lots of. I was on Facebook because obviously, we our business, we travel a lot to and fro and hither and yon, and the photos coming out on Facebook were all sorts of crazy. Like it just looked like a bomb went off in these areas with like cars strewn over the roads. It was really, really slick.
Yeah, because it was so wet and like started melting so fast, like the snow that was around was just the slippiest thing ever, right? So that would be a problem. I could see it was just like slush just everywhere, like real bad. So yeah, traveling right kind of in that morning time would be, I can imagine that would be horrid.
Yep. And of course, it was because the roads hadn't been treated, right? There was nothing.
Yeah.
That's what also made it real bad. Unfortunately.
Didn't think about that part.
Yeah, they didn't get out. It's like it's so weird. So now, interestingly, the day that South Missouri was getting all of that, that on that day it was like 50 degrees up where we live, and then
that's weird.
And tomorrow we are supposed to get snow, and down south it's supposed to rain. So it's gonna be. I'm like
flippity floppity.
Yeah, not looking forward to that. Flippity floppity, hippy hoppity. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting time.
Oh man, yeah.
No.
Get your mucklucks and ready to go there. With your your ear flap hat. All right, that's important.
It
Right,
is.
need that.
It is. Noah has an ear flap hat, and it's adorable.
Perfect.
It's the perfect hat for him. Like he puts it
that
on.
really
like,
does suit Noah quite perfectly. I agree. That's a good.
It is just like, oh no, that is you. That's you. I understand. All pulling it together.
Yeah, true. That's good. I'm glad. Glad he's a statement piece. That's important, right? For your personal fashion accessories.
Indeed,
right? I've heard that said. Right?
Some say.
Yeah. I used to watch What Not to Wear with my wife. Boom. There's no deep cut for you.
Goodness. Another very interesting show.
Yes, that's putting it mildly. But
I'm still surprised that they went for 10 seasons. They went for a very long time.
You know, I mean, like we have to let's think about this. Like there was a lot of shows at that time that were like, yo, you dress bad.
Right.
We're gonna help you. Right? Like there was a ton, right? Like maybe not a ton, but it was also not an uncommon show premise. Like there was more than one. Which seems odd, right? Like there was a lot of dressing you shows because you dress bad. And we're gonna do weird.
Yeah.
It's like 90s movie fashion makeover, but like
montage for 42 minutes.
2000s, right?
Well, it's also this time where everybody was doing, Ty was doing his house makeovers and like makeovers in like
I guess makeovers in general.
Yeah, were like real big. There were even some productions where they would come in. Do you remember what was it? Where they would come in and they would remake the whole town, quote unquote. Right. Where what was that called?
I don't know. I don't remember. I was trying to think of there's the show, the earliest show that I remember that had this premise was the show. It's a rip of a British show, as most good American television shows are. It's a rip off of British TV.
Yep.
It's the one where the neighbors like redo each other's house, right? They like pick a room. You remember this? They would like switch houses and like they had like a designer person, right? And they would like make over a room in their neighbor's house, right? I don't know what that show was called.
Trading Spaces.
That sounds right. That was a TLC channel.
It was
when the Learning Channel had that kind of stuff on it.
And
not like weird reality TV show stuff. Like, yeah, Trading Spaces. It was a British show first, and then TLC had that for a long time.
Yeah,
making over your house, and they made over your clothes. Clinton and Stacey were like, "No, your living room looks better now, but you still dress like trash. So we're gonna fix this."
What if we extended this deeper into your life?
Yeah, more to and then they did the home makeover with that Thai guy.
Extreme home makeover
From accounts that I have heard. That dude, kind of a jerk. Right?
I do have heard this.
Yeah, because I know like they came to this area and worked on some stuff, and like I know people that like met him, like kind of a prima donna, and like actually didn't do anything, like sat in the trailer all day, and then like would come out and film his thing, and then like go back or just leave.
Yeah, he came in after the tornado came through, didn't he?
He did. They also did the Camp Barnabas.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of the people I know, a lot of people that went over to help, and they were like, "Bro, everyone was really nice except that Thai guy."
Yeah.
Right. So again, I don't know. I don't have information on Thai in current year. Right in 2024, don't have updated information. Like circa 2004. Not the greatest from what I hear. Right.
Yeah.
So we can allow a time that people can change in 20 years. Right. We're going to allow that. Okay. For legal reasons. Right. No, don't sue us, Ty. Okay, please. But we don't.
Crazy. Hey, here's the crossover. Guess what show Ty Pennington first made his appearance on as a carpenter?
Was it Trading Spaces?
It was, in fact, Trading Spaces.
Yes.
And
You know,
then,
I've seen that. That seems right to me. Out of all of the people on Trading Spaces, right? I feel like the least memorable was Ty. So, like,
Yeah.
I don't know how he got to be the extreme home makeover guy.
I have no idea.
Because, like, a lot of the other designers were, like, way cooler.
Huh.
And, like, they were more personable. Like, that Genevieve lady. And then there was, like, some other dude that was, like, really cool. Like, they were, like, kind of the thing, right? So I don't know how, like, random guy that they were like, yo, bro, cut this 2x4. He's like, okay. How did that guy get the show? Like, where did that?
Yeah.
How did
His
that
agent
happen?
must have really worked overtime for that.
Really? They were like, bro, your frosted tips make you perfect for a lead on 2000s television.
You're the face that we've been eating. Now I will say he did have an early career in modeling, so this may have also played a
may
role
have been
of, like,
part of it, right?
again, frosted tips going, okay, why don't you come in and be the face of this? We'll try this.
But I mean, a lot. Who didn't have frosted tips in 2004? Like, I think it was like me, possibly you. I think that's it. I think everybody else.
Yeah. You know,
like a lot of my friends, I guess, but like a lot of people.
A lot of people. There's a
right?
huge. We'll just say everybody did. We'll just
watch any for younger listeners out there. Oof. Who am I kidding? They're not there. But for anybody out there who else, just watch any like 2004 like music video, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Like, oh my gosh, why? The bad page choices are everywhere.
Yeah, let's see here. Let's 2004 music video hits on MTV. Yeah.
But yeah, TRL. Just watch the
TRL. TRL.
Did Carson have frosted tips ever? Can we confirm this? Carson Daly, did you have frosted tips in 2004? Maybe.
See here, I don't know. No, I don't think Carson had frosted tips. He always had his hair has not changed since.
It's the same. Okay.
It's the same.
Fair.
Sorry,
it's fair.
Carson Daly. Yep. Nope. Maybe. No. It's all black. It's black.
Man.
Anyway. Yeah.
There's a guy on one of one of these like medicine commercials, I think, or something. There's some commercial on television. I can't remember what it is now. I think it's a medicine commercial because in the United States, rest of the world, there's just every other commercial is for some like medicine. It's horrid. But there's a guy on there.
Fun fact. United States, only country in the world where that's allowed.
Yeah, I know. I'm just making sure that our European listeners are understanding my angst here. Yeah. Okay. So for all of our German friends out there, right? Guten Tag. And also, you don't have this. So you're probably being like, what is he talking about?
Yeah.
Right. What's going on? In America, right? Tons and tons of like every other commercial is literally for some like random drug. That's like, ask your doctor about blah, blah, blah. Side effects include dying horribly and like, choking hazard. You're like, what? Anyway, this is a very refreshing thing about when I went to Australia, when I was watching TV, is like, yes, beautiful. Anyway, there's a guy on one of those TV shows and he looks like really familiar, right? And I was looking, every time this commercial was on, I was like, why does this guy look like, where do I know this guy from? And it's not the guy, but he looks just like one of the MTV VJs, right? Like that Dave guy. And I was just like, oh my God. That's where I finally figured it out. I was like, he looks like the MTV guy. I Googled it. It isn't the MTV guy, Dave or whatever. But he looks just like him, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, what the heck? He looks like Dave Holmes. His name. He looks like
Dave Holmes. Yeah. My
right?
gosh.
Yeah.
No, you said that MTV Dave guy, and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, Dave Holmes. No. Right. He looks like him, but
wild.
It isn't him. Okay. But this commercial makes me be like, is that Dave Holmes? And I don't think it is actually, but he looks like him.
Oh, well.
And so just tying it back to the MTV VJ going on here. He looks like Dave Holmes.
Man, I tell you what. Okay, so growing up, every time you'd watch the Super Bowl halftime show, it was always, most of the time it was performers that were, yeah, you could tell who they were pandering to. I will say that.
Yeah.
And then this year's Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah.
I was like,
you're always like, man, this halftime show's for old people. And now this year you're like, oh no, it is me. I am old people.
I was like, oh no, I did. I just went, I had that moment where as was unfolding, my brain, the little light came on and I actually went, oh, it's us.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Usher's out here for me.
And there's Luda and he's on here for me too. And
True.
oh, no.
I am. Part of
And
me
I'm-
is happy that Lil Jon got to be at Super Bowl halftime show, though. That feels right. That feels right. Right. Again, back to 2004, the year of Lil Jon. Okay, I know
Yes.
this is like the NFL 20 years too late, being like acknowledging Lil Jon's importance in 2004.
Yes.
Right. Like I've
Yes. Yep. And I said, I'm turning down for you. That's who I am. It's
That's right.
me,
My
you
ears hurt. I
today.
can't. It's too loud. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm turning for what you ask. It's for you. Here I am. Here I am. Welcome.
Yes. All those famous Atlanta rappers in the Kansas City, San Francisco halftime show. Oh well. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine.
It's okay.
Usher's still a dancing machine though. So there's that.
He is indeed.
That's good.
Yes. Yep. Even on skates, which I was like, wow, that's
was a bit shocking.
Anyway.
The only part of Super Bowl I actually watched was some Usher. Because I can't be bothered to watch professional football because it's gross. But did watch a halftime show, and I do know that the Chiefs won. And segueing once again, can we talk just for a second? I'm gonna state my piece and we're gonna move on. Chiefs fans are just like the most annoying people in the. I can't even with Kansas City. It's so bad, right? It's weird. I think I pinpointed why this is. Okay, this is my hypothesis. Okay, hear me out. Okay, I think part of it is our geographical region, right? So, like in certain areas, right? If you live in like anywhere in Pennsylvania, you're an Eagles fan. There's no confrontation. You're just an Eagles fan, right? If you live in Massachusetts, you're a Patriots fan, right? You know what I mean?
Yes.
When you live in Missouri, it's the battleground zone, right? You've got like, there's a big chunk of people that are like Cowboys fans, right? Got a lot of people that are like from further north, so they're like Green Bay or Minnesota fans, right? And then you have all these people that are like Kansas City fans. So there's a lot of like fighting, right? And the Kansas City Chiefs fans they're very defensive about the Kansas City Chiefs, right? And they like argue with you a lot. Please argue. Even if you don't care about football, they'll like very vocally tell you that they're Chiefs fans. And you're like, I don't watch football. And then they'll tell you all the reasons that the Chiefs are great. You're like, I need you to stop. I thought I was avoiding this conversation. And here you are, just keep going.
Is this what we're talking about now?
Yeah. And I know part of this also comes from the fact that the previous to the last few years, the only Super Bowl that you had won is in like 1962 or something, right? 1960s at some point. So there's a long time of pent up frustration, right? Now they've won like 2, maybe. I don't know. I don't football, but they've won some Super Bowls, and now they think they're just like the greatest. You're like, okay, you need to just. Can you stop, please? Can you please stop?
Yes.
It's like right now. Plus, there's all these people that I know for a fact have only started watching football in the last like 3 years. And they're like telling me about like how great the Chiefs are. I'm like, where were you in 1995? Yeah, nowhere. That's where. Okay, stop. Like, so those people that are like, I've been a Chiefs fan for forever. forever means like 2.5 months, right? Because they're currently like winning and hot, right? You're like, okay, it's just they annoy me. Not every single Chiefs fan, obviously. This is a blanket statement. It's a broad brushstroke. But I encounter many, many Chiefs fans that are just, it's so annoying. Like, I don't know.
For me, it starts with the when they go through the national anthem, and have you listened to what they do during that?
I don't. Again, I do not watch football.
Okay.
I haven't watched football in years.
So,
I still, though, I learned during the Super Bowl, for some reason, defenses still think prevent defense is the way to go at the very end of the fourth quarter. Why? Why do you still do this? What is wrong with you? Why are you defensive coordinators getting paid millions of dollars? Idiots, all of them stupid, right? Like, I know, we'll just put all of our defense 25 yards away from the play. Nothing can go wrong.
Yeah. That way, when this team who is obviously dominating us in the running game and passing game will be completely fine, and we'll just be spread out across the field.
I can rush the quarterback. I can rush the highly mobile Patrick Mahomes with 2 people.
What? Yes, it should be fine.
What are you doing? Anyway, sorry. National anthem.
But during the national anthem, and they did that this year, and I will say, with Reba singing the national anthem, I was like, okay, I too like this. This is nice.
But it's Reba. Who does like Reba?
How would you? Yeah. Anyway, so they did that.
She took her one chance and didn't let anyone down.
No, she never does. And but when they get to the home of the brave, they all say in the home of the Chiefs, and it grates on me.
I don't know how they get that. I don't know how they don't get in trouble for this. Right.
And you can hear it across all of the stadium of everybody doing this, and I'm like, look, whatever you have, like, we're not talking about you right now. Like, this is not about you. Like, we're talking about this anthem is for something else. Like, you get your own little time.
No, it's only for you. Right. That's what. These are the people that get really mad if somebody like doesn't sing along or kneels during the anthem. Oh no. Then these people who desecrate the anthem by singing Chiefs really loudly in every other word get real mad.
Oh.
Yeah.
They get real mad.
Oh no. Oh no.
And so and again, this stems from me going, look, I can appreciate athleticism and professionalism and elite playing of all times, but like, my goodness, fans just can be so
fans are awful. But I seem to remember, I might be making this up, right? So I need the internet to correct me. This is what you do. Oh, right. Okay. If I want to know the truth, I just say a statement on the internet and someone will tell me I'm wrong. I feel like at one point in the history, maybe the 90s, maybe the Atlanta Braves got asked to stop doing a similar thing because they would sing in the land of the free and the home of the Braves.
Oh,
right. And I think the base, like the MLB was like, can you maybe not do that? Let's not do that anymore. That's not cool. Don't do that. Now, I could be imagining this, right? I may be blowing this out of proportion in my mind, but I feel like that's a thing that happened for real. Atlanta people, Luda, tweet us. Tell me if this really happened.
That's
Usher,
what needs
to get Usher on the phone.
Yes. Well, probably not going to happen.
We can get Usher on the phone. It's fine.
But
right. So yes, that's okay. Yeah, that was my piece about that. Right. Gotta just say I didn't watch Super Bowl. Watch Usher. Chiefs fans annoy me. Although I will say, serious note time.
Yeah.
Even though Chiefs fans annoy me, right? They do not deserve to be shot at during their parade. Right.
Good call.
Good segue there. Just want to say,
oh my gosh.
Do I like Chiefs fans? No, not really. But I denounce anybody who is going to be shooting at parades at children. Scumbag. You're a scumbag. There you go. There's my hot take today. If you shoot guns at people while they're parading, you're a scumbag. Boom. Sorry, internet. But that's just the truth. I don't.
Ooh. Yeah.
My hot take for the day.
Hot take on that. Yeah, we actually know a lot of people who were at that. And
one of my students was there. Yeah. So I'm extra salty about it.
Yeah. Well, and I was the one of the gentlemen who was there. He is actually a retired state trooper. He just retired this year,
Oh, wow.
and he was kind of around that area and was administering CPR and first aid to people. And all, it's absolutely horrendous and terrible. And I'm hopefully your student made it back safe, because that's
yeah, they did. But still. So I will stand in solidarity with Chiefs fans that were at the parade. Only you. And say that those people are no good. Denounced. Yes. Boo. Okay. Boo.
Yes.
Yeah. So there you go. I felt like I need to say that because current events of me ragging on Chiefs fans. I just wanted to put it out there. Not that much. Okay?
Not that much.
I'm just I just want to walk away. That's all I want to do.
Yes.
Walk away.
Okay. Move on from that topic. I rediscovered something, and I want to see if you have the same memories of this thing as I do.
Okay.
This is what we do. I was looking at my bookshelf, and I was looking at things, and I realized that I had this book that I bought because I saw it on a TV program. And
is it Ty's book?
No, it's not Ty's book.
Okay.
No. It was always used in a very interesting manner to do, like, because they had a specific question. They would go to this. I think even one of them carried it in their pocket to do stuff. Anyway, I am in fact talking about Thomas J. Glover's Pocket Reference Guide, the little black book.
Oh, so you've been watching the Mythbusters marathon. Okay, got it.
But I rediscovered that I had this. I
remember that you had that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I realized because they update. It's only on its third edition since 1989. Okay.
That's quality work right there.
That's
good stuff.
But they do. But I have the third edition, but the 23rd printing.
Oh,
they update these things like crazy. It's insane.
Well, I mean, if you have a pocket reference guide, you do need the up to date.
Yes,
right. Are they still printing these? Is this a thing that you need to print?
They are up to the 4th edition now.
Yes.
Yes. You go to sequoiapublishing.com. You can get, this is what I love this. You can get the pocket reference. You can get the handyman in your pocket. Or if you're really trying to go for broke, you get the desk reference, and it is both of those books combined.
Oh, the desk reference.
This is what I'm talking about.
This is a much more efficient thing than the encyclopedias that we talked about, because you can buy this on Amazon right now for like $25. The desk reference, right? Like, maybe slightly used, but like,
yeah.
And the pocket edition. Right, this pocket reference edition, $12.
Yeah,
that's way better than the $900 for the encyclopedia.
Yeah, and you may be asking, well, if it's pocket, it can't possibly cover all the topics that you need. No, my friends. Here's the gloss. Right, here's the table of contents. Are we ready for this?
Like Jinko's pocket. That's what we're talking.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a thin book, but it is. It can fit in a pocket, maybe a 1990s. Baggy Jinko pocket. Anyway, okay, so you start with page 6 is the trade names, trademarks, and references. Then page 7, you move straight into air and gases. Then automotive. We're not done yet. Carpentry and construction. At page 109, we're at chemistry and physics. Then computers. Perfect. And then we talk about the constants for the physical and chemical math. Then we move into electrical wiring, motors, and frames, electronics. There's a first aid here on page 209. The general information, I haven't even gotten through all of that thing, but there's just a staple of general information. General science, geology. Then there's a whole section dedicated to glue, solvents, paints, and finishes. Then there's hardware, math. I love, this is the one that I spent a lot of time in. Page 487 starts with the mine, mill, and aggregate.
Of course. Everyone needs to know about that.
Well, I'll get back to that one. Anyway, there's money, then there's plumbing and pipe, rope, cable, chain, and knots, because you always need more rope. Then steel and metals, again, second reference for that. Surveying and mapping, also fun. Tools. I love page 617. It starts with water. Yes, water. And you're wondering, What could they
Broad.
possibly?
It's distressingly
goes-
broad topic.
That goes from page 617 to 638.
Oh my god.
Okay, there's 20 pages on water. Then there's weather and safety tips, weights and properties and materials, welding. Then there's conversion tables. They give you a 14-year perpetual calendar, and then there's an index.
I think I need to buy one of these for my classroom.
You definitely need to use this.
I think I need to just put this on my shelf and just be like, yo, kids, here.
Kids.
And again, these other books, like when we say pockets, listeners, if you ever seen like those field guide books.
Oh, yeah.
Right. That's kind of the size we're talking about.
Only it's about like, an inch thick.
Yeah. It's like technically a pocket.
Oh,
but like
it was torture pockets. And there and this isn't as though they gloss over stuff. There is.
Oh, no.
I am. Yeah. I'm on page 407. I am on the clamping force and standard dry torque table for the coarse inch threaded carbon steel bolts. I can give you the torque, what is that? The torque force here for different bolt sizes out of this, which is why this was on Mythbusters.
Yeah. Yeah. Adam needed this.
This thing is just a work of beauty. It's so wonderful.
This would have come in handy in science the other day. pH of common acids and bases. That would have been real helpful to talk about, right? We needed that when we were talking about. It's hard to explain chemistry to sixth graders, right? We have to. It's a little tricky.
And then in the same book, you can flip back a few pages, and if you've ever seen all those patches on military uniforms, they have They have pages that describe what each one of those are and why they're there. Like what? I didn't know the difference between a first sergeant and a sergeant major, and what the patch differentiation between those, but I do now.
Oh yeah.
like it's so wonderful. And in the world of Wikipedia and like Googling and stuff, like to have this thing, it just makes me so happy that this is still around and it's being printed. It makes anyway, it's wonderful.
The desk reference is, listeners, in case you're interested, in case you're curious about what Collin was talking about, here's your dimensions for your desk, right? 6 by 9 inches, 1,280 pages.
Yeah. It's
all for literally $25. I really don't know how. Is there a better value anywhere?
The knowledge,
right? Like I feel like this is like cents on the page of like infinite usefulness.
Well,
right.
Like, I can make it
like this is just.
I can make it more enticing to you. They have bulk discounts.
I saw that. Right. That's. You want to order 500?
Yeah. No. Unfortunately, Brandon, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, the bulk discount ends at $2,399. After that, no more discounts. They go back to full price. They actually who is ordering 2,300 of these?
Why is that even a number that you would even consider buying of this like super dense reference book? What? Why in the world?
Unless I can't even imagine, because this is, I'm sure if you're like Barnes and Noble, you're not buying through the website. So
No.
like who is, unless it's like trade schools, I guess, may give these out to students, but like what?
Yeah,
and I love how it's 2,399. After that, no more discount.
Yeah, sorry guys. If you want 2,400, sorry. Full price on the last one. Okay, can't do any better.
It's really.
I don't know what, I cannot figure out what you need with 2,300 of these books, right? Like it's.
I don't know.
There's an astronomical number.
But this definitely, because I was cleaning stuff out and I had this tucked way up on top of the shelf, and I have now moved it back to its proper state of prominence.
Right, on the desk. Right?
On the desk. Because I used to have a kind of more of an antique writing desk, or that the secretary's desk, and I had my pocket reference book next to my pocket dictionary, which was next to my pocket thesaurus, and which was next to my French dictionary, and they were all like roughly the same sizes, and they just sat all right next to one another, and I'm like,
nice.
That's what I need. That's what I need. Yes. I'm gonna, this is okay. I'm going to send you this. I think this is going to have to be the show. I'm going to send you on the.
no.
Sorry, my my computer is not happy right now. I'm going to have to send you. Oh no! Oh, this is making me angry. I'm going to send you this photo that I got from their website that shows how not pocket this is. It's fantastic. But I'm like, I think everybody should like this. Don't buy an encyclopedia set. Just get your kids one of these. Like,
yeah, you think this
is
really better anyway.
This is way better. I'm going to send you this. This is what they have on their website to show that it is a pocket reference guide. Let me know when that goes through.
Oh no. Here it is. Let's see. That's a big pocket. I'm not gonna lie. That is those are carpenter pants pockets.
Carpenter pants.
That's a bit.
Carhartt pant pocket here.
Yeah.
And they haven't even shoved it all the way down. They've just like tucked it in right in the top corner and it's sticking out.
I think that's so you can see it.
Jaunty angle.
Photo,
but it doesn't,
for the advertising.
That
advertising, if it puts it all the way in there, you can't even see it. Like
it doesn't make one confident in the pocket claim here, though. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, you definitely can't sit down with that in your pocket. Right? That's gonna be real uncomfortable. That's gonna be a big George Costanza moment for you right there. Like, right,
this is gonna be all out of whack. So many things.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna be all out of whack. You have to go to the chiropractor, right? You're like, what'd you do? I sat on my pocket reference guide. Right? Like, oh no, your vertebrae. Hold on.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Our chiropractor to get you fixed up. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, doctor. I've started to carry the pocket reference guide. Oh,
put it in your backpack.
Right.
Backpack.
So anyway, it then got me thinking of on their website they claimed that it says Pocket Ref continues to be the world's #1 pocket reference, and I wanted to know who are the competitors.
Is there? I mean, if there is not another one, is automatically the world's #1 pocket reference. Right. I mean, when you Google pocket reference, it's the only thing that comes up. That's got to be something, right? Let's see. I just Googled pocket reference book. Boom. There it is right there. That's it. Nothing else. Only this book. 97% of Google users like this book, by the way.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
Right. There's all kinds of things here. Yeah, that's it. There is no other pocket reference.
Oh. It's crazy. Yeah, no, there's not. And I'm even on a Reddit. I had like looked through a Reddit. I did some research on this. I was looking through a Reddit thread of somebody was like, anyone have any alternatives for this? And people were like, no. And the reason was because it wasn't available in the country where the person was. And so like everyone was coming together and was like, I'll just mail you a copy. Tell me what.
Say that sounds like a very Reddit thing to do. It's like browse mail to you. DM me. Like
I mean, another thing that Reddit does is it quickly devolves into like some like terrible things. So I was like, oh, look, a community coming together. That's wonderful. Yay.
I mean, how can people that are invested in pocket reference guides how is that community going to be toxic? Right?
I know.
Like they're all coming together around a book literally designed to help you in any situation.
Right? Yeah.
The one good Reddit thread.
No reason you should not be helped by this. Yeah. And they were just like, yeah, we got you. We'll do that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so sweet.
Yeah. I feel like that has to be the helpful one, right? Like what else could it be?
So
that's great.
Yeah. I just, again, it delighted me to no end to find this. And then I remembered of all the Mythbusters shows where like I think only a couple times, like I think towards the end, I just don't remember where, because I think they'd show it every now and then and be like, we got to look this up. But then other times you could just see them like in the back, like flipping through this and had pages bookmarked and all sorts of stuff. And I was, yeah. Anyway,
there are a few times when Adam like highlighted it, like he like specifically by name. He's like,
Yes.
well, I'm going to use this blam. But other times he would just be like reading the book, but you're like, well, I saw it before, so I know if he's like
Yes.
thumbing through this like certain size black book, I know what that is, right? That has to be
Has to be.
That's great. I'm gonna have to see if I can invest in one of these for my room. I think a sixth grade science classroom is the perfect place for one of these to exist. So
Yeah, absolutely.
I have to get on that.
Yeah. Yeah, I can still remember the area I bought this from, and then I was like, when did I from? Oh, it was 2008. I was like, whoa, okay, that's great.
Nice.
So
very nice. Prime
that was
Buster territory.
Oh man, makes me happy. I love things like this. I love the physicality of that stuff.
Oh yeah,
like it just
it's handy, right? You have to worry about your Wi-Fi working, right? It's like much faster sometimes. Like you just be like, oh, I need this one thing exactly. Blam. Okay, got it. All right, I'm done. Like there is a certain like efficiency of reference books, right?
Yes.
It's just like you don't have to wade through like search results or like things with similar titles that are like a news article or like stuff you don't want, right? You're like if you're looking for a thing and you have a book about that thing, it's so much faster, right? And you just blap, done. There it is. I found the thing, I have it, pow.
Yes.
Right. Also, the reference book is designed in a manner that like when you're searching for that like data point, like it's designed to show you the data point. Right. That's it. A website, Google, right? For all of you who may be unfamiliar, right? All Google is a search engine that is looking for that word in a list of websites, whatever you search. Right. So like, sometimes you can't find things because like it's hard to find what you actually want because it's like buried in some like website and you have to go like trolling through like 8 things and try to find the thing you want, right? You have to like read a whole bunch of stuff, and which is fine if you're like doing like certain research things, like that's what you want to do. But if you just need a piece of information, sometimes Googling it just like is difficult.
Well, and I will also say that the physicality of the reference books for me helps keep me A, focused, and B, also like I can't squirrel away whenever I'm on the like if I'm on the internet and I'm Googling and then all of a sudden like I'm in a rabbit trail and then I wake up from a fugue state 5 hours later and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, what was I doing?
Where have I been?
Exactly. I'm like wiping myself off. I'm like, what happened?
Why am I listening to Northern Macedonian folk music? What is going on? I don't know.
Exactly. I can't try as I may. I cannot connect the dots again. True. It's just like whatever.
It did happen to me once. I was watching Northern Macedonian folk music on YouTube. Don't ask me how I got there, but I was there. It was weird. I don't know. Shout out Northern Macedonia.
And so it's just real nice to have like, like, oh, well, let's go learn about insects. And I've got a book on insects and here's a book about this, or like, here's a dictionary. Like that's what we're going to do. And I don't know. It just makes me happy. So I recommend that. And then but I also read digital books a lot too. Like I've got a little e-reader over here, but it's also a unitasker because I again see aforementioned discussion on being distracted. So it's like, but there are times where it's just like, no, I just want to sit down with a reference book or with this thing, and I really just need to focus.
Giving me I just had like a flashback to high school having to write those big research papers, right? And again, listeners, because it is me, I am the old one now. Usher was there for me. In high school, I was only allowed to use like 2 internet sources for my research papers. all of the rest of them had to be print. So like I have these memories of being in the library. If you ever wondered why are these library tables so big? It's because I had like 9 books open at a time. Right?
Nice.
I was like, I have this memory of like sitting at a table, and I had something like 6, maybe not 9, but like 6 reference books, sort of like opened with like post-it notes stuck in pages, and I had like my note cards like kind of scattered out, like because you used to have to write. I used to have to write every source on an individual note card, right? And then like
Right.
the information that I was going to use, like the information from that book or like the quote from that or whatever, like one per note card. So the front of the note card was the information, and the back was the citation, which was
Right.
just a bear to try to remember how to do that. And so I just had like stacks of note cards next to these books, and they were just all everywhere. But it was interesting. So this is an interesting process to have to do because, right, so that was the research part. I had all these books. I'm thumbing through the books. And again, it looks like you're reading a lot, but you're only reading like the relevant section of the reference book.
Yeah.
So you look real cool, but you're only reading like 3 pages from each book, right? anyway, like you're doing that. And so there's this really interesting process that happened when you do this, because whenever I was writing my paper, right, I literally just like put my note cards in the order that I needed them for the paper, and then like laid them on the floor next to my desk, and then like that's how I wrote the paper.
Well, yeah.
Because like you can like see, I mean, I didn't always lay them on the floor. Sometimes you just keep in a pile, right? And then you're like, okay, it's like playing cards, right? You have your pile, and you do the one, and then you set it next to it, and you do the next one, and you can. But I like organize my paper. I just put the note cards in order of how I wanted them, how my paragraphs were going to be structured, and then I just sort of typed around them because I had my quotes and my information that I was going to stick in there, according to blah blah blah, like blah, and then you just throw them in there, and then all of a sudden you have like 12 pages of paper, and you're like, what happened?
Yeah. Well, and it's excuse me, it's really nice too when you can see that, like, it's a very visual flow of information, like when you kind of build it around that, like it does help, because when you're staring at it's easier for me than to like build something out of a blank page, because now it's like, but I am like with the cards, it's like, no, I am placing stuff there. Look, here it is. That's where that is. This is how it works. It's very again, it's a very physical way of working with information and data.
Yeah, and it's interesting because you can kind of like lay your note cards out and kind of look at it, and then you can like while you're planning, right? Because this is what I did. While I was thinking about it, you're physically moving the card to a new spot, and kind of looking at it and going, "Oh, that's better. I like this." This makes more sense. It makes more sense to put it here, right? It makes more sense to do this, and like that's how you can lay it out. So it's like this very interesting thing that like I don't know if that happens anymore, right? Again, hello, the old one is me. Right? Like it's a real interesting thing, like a way to like physically organize your information that I don't know if people utilize. I mean, some people utilize them in a similar way, because I've seen like people that do like video essay things. Like I've seen those like weird pin board things that you can make on those websites. They look kind of like a Prezi, but it's not a Prezi. It's like something else. It looks like, when you zoom out on it, it looks like that meme of the dude that's like connecting all the string to everything, right? You look like you're inside like John Nash's garage, and you're just like,
gotcha.
It's everywhere. But so there's sort of things that do that, but like that was basically me with note cards. Just like throwing them on the floor, moving them around there. It's just a really interesting way to organize things like that, right? It's just a way to do it. But give it a shot, listeners. If you're trying to organize things, try note cards. Right. Note cards for the win. Right. I believe this is how Vladimir Nabokov wrote Pale Fire. I think he wrote ideas and things on note cards.
Oh.
And then when he was like rewriting it, he was just like moving them around in his hand. He was like reading through it and being like, nope, prep, and then just moving it to a new spot.
Oh, interesting.
I believe that that's true. I think I read that somewhere.
Huh.
He like outlined the whole thing on note cards and then like had him in his hand and was like reading through the poem or whatever. So like, yeah, it's like writing pieces of his poem on note cards and then trying to figure out the best order to put them in.
Yeah, I have a stack. You hear that? Is that Foley working? No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have a stack right there.
I have a bunch of my desk at work. I use them for random things, but should maybe incorporate this somehow. Think about this. Brainstorm. Using note cards more. How do make work?
Yeah. And again, it's for different. I understand people have different needs and requirements, and it works for different ways. People's brains are wired, right? But it's like, it's one of the downfalls of moving away from that physicality of like people who have that tactile sense. Like I know, like Noah has that like hardcore, like he's a very tactile person, and keeping him engaged with information like is a lot easier when he can hold it instead of just trying to like poke at it. So anyway, it's
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, and the downfall of like not doing it in like a learning environment is that like maybe that is the thing that would help you, but you never get a chance to try it. Right.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And I think that's one of the benefits of like doing certain things in school. Like, you know, one of the reasons when people are like, well, why are we doing this? Like, well, you know, part of these things like may be good for you or may not matter. Like the secondary lesson here is like, maybe it's not good for you, but somebody else is gonna be like, yes, this is the thing I need to do. Like when we talk about like taking notes or whatever, some people take notes a certain way, other people do it another way, other people do it another way, right? Like kind of have to find the way that works for you. You need to organize all your stuff, right? Does it have to be like somebody else? No, it doesn't matter. I don't care. Does you have to be organized so you can find your stuff? Yeah. Yes, that's important. Yes. Yes, please.
Well, sorry, go ahead.
No, it's fine. I was done.
Oh no, you said like having something organized for when you leave, like when you're not there for somebody else. I was talking with a friend who is he just got a different job, and I was asking him like, so tell me about your offboarding process, like from your current one, because he's an engineer at a manufacturing plant here, and so I was anticipating him to say like, well, I had to submit a documentation of where all the projects were and the project files, and here's where I put it all. And he was basically like, no, they just kind of asked me to hand him the computer, and so I did. And I was like, what? Are you kidding me? When I had all of like when I left my job with the department, it was like I had to sit down with my supervisor and like go file by file and like write out a text document of like, in this folder you will find this stuff for like these things.
Ew.
Like, it was which was something that my master's advisor had taught me to do, of like, look, if you have folder structures, you should have a text file. It's a .txt file that just says it's a README file. And when you open up the folder, you should have that should be your top file. And that when you click on that, that should describe everything in that folder.
Ugh. Oh no, that sounds.
Oh yeah, no, it's real bad. I don't do that at all. But like they were wanting me to basically redo that kind of thing whenever I left, and I was like, this is a bit much. And to know
you could just like open the file,
right?
Like, you could just, have you tried clicking the button? Like maybe you could do that.
You could. So anyway, it made me laugh because I was like, oh my gosh, like here I was with like, as a biologist, and they were like, we need to go through file by file and know where these are and what the folders like. I had to give them folder file paths to
Like,
certain
I named
things.
them things that are good, right? Like I didn't name it like file 7. Like, come on. I
Oh, just so anyway. So I was like, I was then angered greatly. So anyway,
the jealousy burning white hot
deeply. Anyway. So yeah, that's it's been this.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it has been
Exciting.
Yeah. And any other adventures that you've had?
Well, I have a couple of things that I noted down here that I actually wrote things down that I thought about this week again, so that I wouldn't forget them. Because a lot of times what happens is I get here and I'm like, oh yeah, we're going to talk about that. And then we get here and then you ask me and then I go,
all the time.
No, nothing.
Literally.
Because I forgot what I was talking about. Because I'm a numpty. Right?
Yeah.
So I want to talk briefly. This is just a thought that I had, and I want your opinion on this.
Okay.
Right. I believe that we're surrounded by this cult, right? And this cult, when they talk about their thing, they try really hard to convert you. Right. I'm, of course, talking about people with air fryers. All right. And these is there another object currently that people so vehemently love that they will like try to convert you? Because anytime someone mentions an air fryer, the person who brings it up, the first question they ask you, they're like proselytizing the air fryer, right? They're like, do you have an air fryer? Right? Bro, you should get an air fryer. I think you'd really like it, right? And then they like go into all these anecdotes about how they use their air fryer and how wonderful it is and like how much joy it brings to their life. And you're just like, bro, is air fryer a cult? What is happening right now? These people,
they do have that story arc of like before I found air fryer,
yeah,
my life was in ruins.
It's like an infomercial, right? Like, I had to heat up the leftover food in a microwave. Oh, but then I saw the light, and it's just the thought. I just want your thoughts on this because this week it had happened to me like twice. Like somebody brought up air fryer to me like twice. I was like, what is happening? Why? And they always say that. Well, do you have an air fryer?
Yeah.
And you're like, even if it's somebody you've already said no to, they'll like, did you buy one since last time we spoke? Why did you not rush out and purchase an air fryer?
Is there a reason you don't love me? You don't
believe?
Yeah. Do you shun the non-believer?
Do you not believe in air frying? Like, I don't know. It's even so insane. Like I was talking to somebody and they were like, oh yeah, I was in the it's gone too far. Okay. They were like, oh, I bought a bag of vegetables specifically for the fryer. And I was like, bro, that's just the vegetables. What are you doing? You they got you. They're bringing you up to the next level, right? This is like you're ascending in rank in the air fryer.
I understand. You're telling me some company is now marketing vegetables from like a bag or something like that that are for air fryers specifically. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah. Totally couldn't just microwave these, by the way.
No.
That's a different bag that they're selling.
Right.
It's like, my guy, you could have just bought like asparagus and then thrown it in the air fryer. You didn't need to pay the $3 extra to get the special air fry asparagus. Like what? But first of all, asparagus gross anyway. Why are you eating that? But second of all, you don't need to pay. Like you could just get some asparagus and zhuzh it with some olive oil and be like, boom, done.
Well, especially
Nailed it.
when one of the selling points of air fryer is that you can you can put anything in it, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that one of their
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
It's their shtick.
It's yeah, stick-tastic for sure.
Yeah, and using more Yiddish in my life, it's their shtick.
Yes. as one should. Absolutely.
Right? And I don't know. And it feels like sometimes the things that people bring up to me, right? When they're like, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm on team fat. Okay. And if I order food somewhere, I'm eating it. I don't know who has all these leftovers. I don't know who these people are. But people are like, oh yeah, you can really heat up leftover French fries. Who has leftover French fries?
Yeah.
Not me. Dude, right? I eat those suckers first. I'm not even wasting French fries.
I thought we as a society agreed we eat those first, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Why you not eating your fries, bro? What are you doing? Why you have to
Is this a cry for help?
Yeah, I think so. I think it is. You didn't eat your French fries. Who doesn't have time for French fries?
No.
Right? They're like, again, a team fat. So they're like, oh yeah, I heat up my leftover pizza and that. What's leftover pizza?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. Right? Somebody told me they heated up their leftover chicken strips. It's like, what? You get 4 of those. What do you mean leftover chicken strips?
How are you managing that?
Who are you eating a chicken strip and half your fries that you have to heat up later? What is this?
Yeah, how do you that's not real. I think what they've convinced themselves is that I think because they have an air fryer, I think they're trying to find more uses for the air fryer.
I'll just air fry it later, but
I'll air fry
it now.
But really, they're they are really hungry, but they're just like, no, I will just wait till later.
But they bought this thing and they're like, oh man, I need to use it more. What can I do with it?
Yes.
I know, I'll reheat my French fries. Just eat them now. Just eat French fries now. Okay. I promise you, even if they're passable in the air fryer, they're not better than when you just ordered them. Right? They're not they're not better. And if your French fries are bad now, they won't be better later. Okay, that's just kind of the law of French fries. It doesn't matter what you do with them. Not better. Okay, no. So
I'm reading it. I have an article here from Yahoo Lifestyle. The Australian Yahoo Lifestyle. So it's
right.
Very good here. These are the 8 things most cults have in common, and I think we need to.
I mean, who's going to know more about cults than the Australian Outback has to be they have to have the fair share of cults, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Let's see this list. Let's see if air fryer qualifies.
Okay. So the first one, the leader is a very big deal. Now, I don't know who the inventor of the air fryer was.
No, but we could just I don't know. Let's look.
Oh,
I don't know. I've never heard anybody name drop air fryer.
Probably because he's from the
John
Netherlands,
Air Fryer,
and you can't pronounce his name.
That would be part of it. Yeah.
Fred van der Weij, Weij. Okay, what's that from Netherlands?
Van der Weij? Yeah.
Van der Weij?
Oh, yeah, that's hard.
Yeah.
I don't know how you say Weij. Anyway, so maybe this time, but the leader in this case is just the air fryer, right?
That's what I'm thinking.
The air fryer brand.
I think the term, the technology of air fryer has supplanted the inventor,
the leader,
in this sense, because he invented the technique, but doesn't have his own style or brand. I don't think.
Yeah, no, I think so. I think this air fryer brand, right? I feel like that idea, is the thing. Okay, so boom, we got one.
Okay. Followers don't get to make all of their own decisions, and I think that's exactly what we were talking about
with the French fry thing.
With the French fry thing,
yeah.
I think that they have convinced the air fryer has convinced them to not eat it all now, because then you can use me later.
Yeah, because sometimes you have an oven already,
Oh yes.
right? And you have a microwave probably. Some of these people may even have like a toaster oven, right? But the air fryer calls to them. It says, "Use me, for I am the way." I think that's so. I think that I will count that one too.
Okay.
Okay. What's next?
Okay. Next one. Enlightenment is expensive. We've already talked about this. There are special vegetables.
It is. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's true.
So, we already
your air fryer asparagus. The upselling. Oh no.
The upselling of the air fryer asparagus.
An air fryer clout. Oh my gosh.
Then there's the us versus them mentality.
The microwave people.
Yes, yeah. In a cult, there'll be a definite and succinct separation of physically, culturally, or philosophically from the outside world. And
yeah, I feel like that's true.
Oh yeah, they have the physical manifestation. They have their physical a shrine of their counter space dedicated to it. Culturally,
because people with air fryer don't keep it in the cabinet. That's just facts.
Yeah,
right? It sits out all the time.
Yeah, you must display it so that you can so that you can display also your superiority to everyone who arrives in your home, or to signal those who are also within the cult that you are one of them.
That's true.
They can't complete a conversation without talking up an air fryer, but just in case they forgot, they'll at least see it sitting on the counter space
when they go into your kitchen to refill their water, right? And then they'll just see it and be like, oh.
You have it here.
Oh, okay. It's like a signal, right? Okay, I got you. Okay. Yes. I'm in the right place.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. All right. Man.
Yeah, we are really so a few more. Then we have it's a good place to be, right? Because nobody joins a cult. It says the group, being a part of it, what makes them feel better, right? With a promise for a better life.
Yeah. I think, and that's what all those like Pinterest boards of air fryer, like the air fryer recipes and like the air fryer guides and all that stuff. I feel like that's like the community, like the place to be, right? I feel like they get that there.
Yep.
Yeah. Check.
Coupled with this is the leave at your own risk of the leaving the cult will make your life worse. And something may happen to you, right? You may not be as healthy. You won't be able to enjoy those fries. People will ostracise you. The inconvenience being
they will ostracize you. That's true. Right. That's
then the everything else is fake news, right? Of the no, our truth is the only way.
Oh my gosh, yes. Like, well, but I have a toaster oven. No, bro. That's not the same. It's not. It's totally different, right? That's not as good.
Exactly.
Like, but I have just a real oven. No. Why would you do that? Why would you use a real oven, man? Like, come on. What are you doing?
Yep. Or that it's really not all that healthier. You can't convince them otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah. You still put 6 tablespoons of butter in there when you air fried it. It's not better, okay? Like it's not.
I can taste the air. Yum, 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 yum. And then this one, look, I can't look. We have 7 out of 8. So what I'm saying right now is we may need to have to do some digging for this. I haven't heard of any news reports of this, but typically cults don't pop up on the news for these kind of things. The last one is harm to members. So
okay, well, I mean that is usually the thing that makes cults show up on the news. Right?
Yes,
it's when they get to that. It's like Heaven's Gate. Right?
Yeah,
it's like okay.
But I'll also say that it's not just physical harm; it could be psychological.
That's true. It could be emotional damage.
Yes,
right. The rift between family. Right, you don't have your family doesn't have the air fryer, right? And then they're like, they push you out of their life because you're too involved with air frying, and like you won't come to Thanksgiving because you can't cook turkey in the air fryer.
You can't. Yes,
they can't accept that. Right. Okay, so we're borderline on that one. Okay,
borderline on that one. All I'm saying is though, we don't know how underground it is, right? Nothing's
true. That's true. That's true.
So-
It might not have been 60 minutes. Dateline. Listen, Ted Koppel, right? Dan Rather, where are you at? Get Geraldo. Where is Geraldo?
Oh my gosh.
Okay?
No, we don't.
Geraldo needs a redemption arc here.
No.
It's gone off the deep end a little bit. That Al Capone's vault thing really did him in, and he's just gone downhill ever since. But
Oh yeah, that was
maybe
that was the problem.
maybe.
Oh.
Maybe.
Anyway, but yes, I think we start submitting this to a
some watch groups, right?
some
We gotta
watch
get
groups.
some, we gotta get some things on here.
A little bit worried.
A little bit worried. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we hit some. Yeah, I think if we hit 7 out of 8 boxes so far, I think that's a sign. It's a sign. Okay. So here we're here to help you. All right, we are escaping Airfryer. Okay, we're here to help
We have a hotline. We have people.
Yeah, we have an email address. Okay,
Yeah.
email us at the show. Okay, you can DM us on like Instagram or whatever. All right.
We have a safe house.
Yeah, we'll help you. Okay,
We have
We will
access
get
to
you-
toasters.
we have toasters. I will get you some grease. All right, we can have like microwave pizza together. All right, we can. We're here to help you.
We are.
If you want to escape the cult of air frying, okay, we are your first step. We are your outreach.
Mhm.
Okay, we're here for you to support you. All right, we'll see. We're gonna work this out. Okay, so reach out to us. Let us know.
And that's the kind of help. That's I think this is going to help a lot of people.
Yeah, I
really
think so.
do.
I think we're
I
here.
think-
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
finally,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is so we got having to do. Oh, I love it. Oh, that's good.
Okay, here's our for real first T-shirt. Right. This has got to be.
yeah.
Oh wait, we said sticker.
Sticker,
Yeah.
escape air
Yeah.
fryer.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Boom.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Escape air frying. I like it.
Okay.
Good. It's a good.
Project air fry. Yeah,
Project Escape Air Fry, right? I like it. We'll workshop the name a little bit. All right,
No, I
we'll
feel
do
like-
some work. Okay, but
Okay.
I feel like we're on the right track here.
Yep.
feel like we're
I'm
on the right
mostly happy with myself that I spelled the word proselytizing correctly the first time.
Oh wow, that is pretty good. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a hard one to say.
My exhausted brain is just in the flow state right now.
Yeah. In the zone.
Yeah, totally. Oh, well, I don't know how I could top that with a haiku at all, unless you had something else you want to share.
Oh no, I think that's it. I think we need to. That needs to be a firm boom for today.
Okay. Okay. Well, I will. As always, a haiku comes from the week's previous episode from some topic we've discussed. So I will read mine. Green carpets stretch wide. Mowers dance in morning light. Fairways groomed with pride.
That was beautiful. That was a tear. A little tear. I can't.
So
That was good. That was good.
I'll send that to the. I should send that in a card to our local
HOA.
Yeah, HOA. You guys go. Enjoy.
Oh, that's good.
So, yeah. Well, hopefully you don't get any too much snow today.
Yeah, you too. You
Thanks.
beware.
Thanks. We're
Borrow Noah's hat if you need to.
I know. Seriously, I may have to because we're looking at anyway, like 1 to 3 inches. So we'll or nothing.
Okay,
That's where we are. It's not doable. Yeah, it's not like you're like 4 or 5, whatever you guys had.
Yeah.
So I'll stop complaining. Just do it. Okay. Well, we will do this again soon. All right. Okay. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.